Yes, the entire world found out this week that Nintendo is not looking for friends.
I'm not looking for friends in this thing, people. I'm not looking for friends. I'm looking for money.
Yes, there are some Nintendo fans who just don't know what to think about this whole thing.
I don't understand. I don't know what's going on here.
Yes, everyone is having the discussion. There are some fans who are questioning where is gaming going. There are other fans who are saying that, Nintendo is being more greedy than some pastors.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors.
Robbed today, gonna be robbed in church today.
Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna lead together.
Preacher gonna duke me like he did last week. Yeah, gonna be robbed today.
Plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here.
Yeah, robbed today, gonna get duped by the preacher today.
This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Yes, there are some pastors who are milking you for every dime in your bank account. But one thing we do know that Nintendo is listening to all the negative feedback and they are doing something, because it's being reported that pre-orders for Nintendo Switch 2 in the US will not start April the 9th, 2025 in order to assess the potential impact of tariffs and evolving market conditions. Nintendo will update timing at a later date. The launch date of June 5th, 2025 is unchanged. GameStop will continue to work closely with Nintendo and provide updates as soon as more information becomes available. So yes, the Nintendo Switch pre-orders are delayed. Now, there are some rumors in the rumor mill that is saying that yes, Nintendo is, contemplating the impact of the tariffs. Also, they are listening to all the feedback of, prices of the games too much. Now, could Nintendo change their mind when it comes to $80 for a game or $90 for a game, as some reports are saying? I would say yes, because it happened already. Who could remember the 3DS? When the 3DS came out, the 3DS was at a ridiculous price, and because of enough pushback, Nintendo dropped the price of the 3DS. Now, I'm not saying that Nintendo is going to drop the price of their games. All I'm saying that there is a possibility that Nintendo could consider all the negative press, this PR disaster, and they could consider, meeting gamers in the middle. So we'll wait and see to see what Nintendo would do. In the meantime, the PlayStation community thought that because they had the majority stock of Kadokawa FromSoftware, that they were the bosses.
I'm in charge.
Do you feel in charge?
I've paid you a small fortune.
This gives you power over me?
Yes, there are still some PlayStation fans who cannot understand how FromSoftware, a studio that they would have had the majority stock in, is giving Nintendo an exclusive. So much so that they are predicting that, this game is not going to stay exclusive for too long. It's coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, it's going to feature 8-player PvPvE. Yeah. I don't think the FromSoft exclusive is going to stay exclusive for very long.
You sure about that?
I'm thinking. 6 months, maybe a year. I can't see FromSoft keeping a game like that from the PC platform or from the PlayStation boys.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
As big now Switch is a big platform, but I don't know how conducive the Switch audience is going to be to a game that looks like Elden Ring and is PvPvE. Right? Bloodborne enters the chat. Right, like how I just don't know. I don't know if FromSoft would have agreed to a perpetual exclusivity deal on that game. That game can move hardware. FromSoftware pulls, you're correct, Zubair. I wonder if that's the play. Like, plenty of people bought a PS4 just for Bloodborne. Right, I'm saying, I'm looking at it from the perspective of FromSoftware. I'm thinking that FromSoftware would say, we'll give you a year of exclusivity. Like, I'm just looking at it from the perspective of FromSoftware. Why does FromSoftware care about Nintendo Switch selling units? FromSoftware is thinking, we could drop this on PlayStation and PC a year later and make buckets of cash. I'm just being logical about it. What does FromSoftware care about selling Switches? They're not Nintendo.
If that was the case, Jimmy, why even bother make it an exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2? Think about it. There has to be a reason why it is they did it. So, I mean, these guys are still crying and begging because right now PlayStation is drier than the Sahara Desert. But today we are going to talk about how Game Pass is still the best deal in gaming and how other persons are looking at Game Pass, and Game Pass is looking real appealing at this point in time. In addition to that, we are going to talk about how another PlayStation exclusive is coming to Xbox. The question is, if Xbox is dead, then why are all these exclusive coming to Xbox? I thought the platform was dead. Let's get it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. So before we continue the video, guys, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Of course, when you do that, you get great Xbox news, you get great Xbox content. We sprinkle a bit of Nintendo here and there, but our specialty, the special of the day, the catch of the day is Sony Pony Salt. So if it is you want to get the catch of the day, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Now let's get back to the video. All over the world, the cost of living is going up, and it could be for different factors. One of the main factors is the current tariff wars that is happening all over the world right now in different countries. Yes, the cost of living is going up. That means that some persons who are into gaming, the hobby of gaming, is contemplating even to get out of gaming altogether because of the expense of gaming. That is why it's important to understand that there is a service out there that is giving gamers what they want. It is giving gamers games, AA games, AAA games, indies. That is Game Pass. Game Pass is described as the best deal in gaming. Currently, there is a game called South of Midnight available on Game Pass, and prior to South of Midnight, there were other big-time and small-time games available on the service. So, I mean, if it is you love games, it's important to know that Game Pass is killing the game right now. Now, a recent report would have said that Game Pass reportedly brings in $2 billion in annual revenue. And this is important because we know that the service is making money, which is, which will continue Xbox and Microsoft putting more games onto the service. Although we get these games at a subsidized price, we really are eating good when it comes to Game Pass. Listen to this report here.
Xbox Game Pass reportedly generated $2 billion in annual revenue between 2019 and 2021. While there was some skepticism surrounding the Xbox Game Pass when it launched in 2017, players embraced this subscription model, which has been making solid revenue in the past few years. As spotted by Timur222 on X, Richie Chaudhary, former head of product at Xbox, revealed on their LinkedIn profile that from 2019 until 2021, Xbox Game Pass stood at $2 billion a year in revenue, which is definitely an impressive figure, despite not being telling in regard to the sustainability of the subscription service, as there's no data on the profits. While Xbox Game Pass delivers quite a bit of value to players, still, certain games benefit from being part of the Game Pass library, such as multiplayer games. as a surge of players on Xbox systems can have a positive impact on sales on PlayStation consoles. The service also makes it easier for some developers to get players to try out their games. Xbox Game Pass has become a fundamental part of Microsoft's strategy in the gaming space, which aims to get as many players as possible into the Xbox ecosystem, no matter the device.
Now, some of the critics of Game Pass would say, well, here what, that is revenue, that's not profits. Well, I mean, if we found out how much money Microsoft invests in Game Pass in a year, then we could have a rough number of the profits that Microsoft has taken in when it comes to Game Pass. And guess what? We do have such information because it's public records that Microsoft spends $1 billion when it comes to investing in games coming into Game Pass every year. So if it is Microsoft spends $1 billion, I mean, in easy maths, that means it's $1 billion a year in profits when it comes to Game Pass. Now, that number could go down a bit if it is you take into consideration other things, but simple maths and logic would help you to see that the rough number of profits taken in from Game Pass is $1 billion. Now, what do you think about Game Pass? We know that right now things are very shaky when it comes to the price of video games currently, and it's a grim future if it is, we take in what Nintendo is doing when it comes to these $80 and $90 games. Let me hear what you think about Game Pass. Most of us know that the PlayStation community, yes, the ponies, they are feeling themselves because according to them, they have PlayStation exclusives.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
I told you guys that these ponies are sick. You see, these ponies would have said that here, what, the Xbox is dead. Microsoft is getting out of the console business. This is the narrative that they are pushing. If you look at some of the comments in my video, you will see some ponies saying exactly what I just said. Now, if the Xbox platform is dead, then why are more and more developers, after they get out of the contract with PlayStation when it comes to exclusivity, they are coming right to Xbox? Now, look at this game. This game here that is going to be shown, this game here is coming to Xbox in the near future.
Xbox is getting another popular PlayStation exclusive with a gameplay reveal coming soon. Zenless Zone Zero has been confirmed for Xbox, and it's getting an Xbox Spotlight live stream event later this April to show off its gameplay and other critical information. The rumors of Zenless Zone Zero coming to Xbox have just come true, as Hoyevers has recently confirmed that it will be joining Genshin Impact on Xbox consoles, marking the end of its PlayStation exclusivity for home consoles. In addition to that, Hoyevers has announced a special Xbox Spotlight live stream event, which will show off gameplay footage of the Zenless Zone Zero's Xbox port, along with new updates for the game in general. The Zenless Zone Zero Xbox Spotlight event will air on April 11th, 2025 at 10 a.m. PDT/April 12th, 1 a.m. UTC+8 on Zenless Zone Zero's official YouTube and Twitch channels, which you can find below.
Wow, the mere fact that Hoyevers is keeping a spotlight to this game, especially for Xbox, shows that, these companies, they don't want these exclusivity deals again. They can't wait to bring their games onto other platforms. That is why they are running to host this event, especially, special for Xbox. So let me hear what you think. Another PlayStation game is coming to Xbox. These ponies said the Xbox was dead. Why are all these developers porting their games to a dead platform? Make it make sense, you silly ponies. Make it make sense. So let me hear what you thought about the video today. Let me hear what you thought about the Nintendo Switch games and how persons have reacted about the delay of the Nintendo Switch 2. Let me also hear about this new game coming to Xbox, breaking its exclusivity with PlayStation for the first time. Let me hear what you thought about that. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.